does Wiggy have Tom Brady all set, locked, and loaded for the Vegas Raiders? But he also has, during the break, he was telling me and Courtney, Nick Caley angry and on his way to the Jets.
Yeah, if I'm Nick Caley.
Even though the Patriots interviewed him yesterday.
But you talk about a slap in the face last season. Then this season, if Bill's saying, go ahead, go, it's almost like a test. That's how I would feel if I'm him. All right, so the Jets want me to interview. Obviously, you don't want to lose him to the Jets of anybody. Mm-hmm. So then Bill's saying, yeah, go ahead, go see what else is out there. That's like a test. And if I'm Nick Caley, I'm sitting there saying, I need to do what's best for me, but I feel like if I go take this interview, then Bill's going to have that in the back of his mind. So it's like a mind F for him. I would be pissed about the whole situation if I was Nick Caley.
What does it say about Bill Belichick if they hire Nick Caley today after he was on the staff last year while the two biggest morons on the planet coached offense?
He made a huge mistake.
There's no shot in hell Caley is here next year.
And if I'm Caley, I kind of feel slighted a little bit.
Right.
I feel slighted in the sense, first you passed me over for Matt Patricia. Then and this is why I would love to ask Julian Edelman this question, because I think he does it with a lot of players. He's like, you know what, go test the market. If you can find something out there that's better, feel free, but you can always come back here and we got less for you. And that to me is like a slap in the face.
So you think it's a money thing? Not a skill level, knowledge level thing?
I think I think in part could be money. And then I also think in the Nick Caley situation, and I think players, it is a skill level. Because if you're willing to lose a guy, like you were willing to lose Julian Edelman. You were like, go out there and see. And to me, like, that's a slap in the face.
Right.
Because if you really valued me, you wouldn't let me out the door.
You would say, no, let's figure this out here. We don't want you going anywhere else.
Right. And Bill tends to do that with players, but now we're starting to see him do that, with some of his coaching staff.
When it comes to hiring for this position, do you think there's any kind of a dictate from above about, who the person is, whether the person can come again from inside or whether they need to go outside? Like, do you think Robert Kraft or Jonathan has said this is what you have to do?
No, I don't think they've said.
You don't?
No, I think they're just happy that they're going in a different direction. And
so that was the only thing they said was no on another
yes.
Matt Patricia.
Yeah,
year.
somebody.
So
would,
then why is he conducting the interview?
Right, yeah, that part I don't know, but I think it's more like they probably said you need to hire somebody that has an offensive background. We don't care who that is, but it's got to be an offensive background type of guy for the play caller position.
Who do you want? If you had your druthers? You want Bill O'Brien?
No, I don't want Bill O'Brien, because I think if you're keeping Mac Jones, I don't know if Bill O'Brien is the right guy. I would like a young Nick Caley type of guy to go with Mac Jones. Basically, hey, Mac, we're in this together. This is my first time doing it. Because if Bill O'Brien comes in, isn't he coming in with the mindset of, this is my show. Mm-hmm. This is how we're running it. Mac, you're going to do it my way.
I think you need that, though. I think if you were just to get Nick Caley and then, he and Mac are working together, I don't think the respect would be there from Mac to Nick Caley, because he's like, all right, well, I've worked with you. I've seen you in the past. You've been on this team with me. Like, I think you need somebody
but
new.
But that's on Mac, though. Like that. So you're saying Mac, I almost feel like Mac needs somebody.
Have you ever been in a job and you've been promoted within, and then everybody still remembers you as the intern instead of the new position that you get? That's how I think a lot of players would view Nick Caley if he got promoted.
Yeah, but he's been there for so long.
I know.
What were you going to say, Curtis?
You're looking for someone like Kellen Moore and Dak, a guy that grew with Dak.
Somebody that he comes in and we're both in this together. We're both young. We're both trying to prove ourselves. Where Billy O'Brien comes in as he's already proven. Right?
Yeah, but you're forgetting that Bill doesn't have a long time.
No.
He has 2 years.
Right, I understand.
So he wants.
Oh my God, is this breaking?
No. Well,
2 years as a coach.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. I mean,
okay.
how long do you think I was talking about his?
I don't
his
know.
health?
Morbid morning here.
The guy, the man looks like he's 57 years old. I mean, I don't. How long do you think he's going to coach? It's 2 years,
2 or 3 years
2 or 3
max.
years. That's it.
But
So he wants to win now.
I
And why did he have the coaching staff he had last
I
year?
don't know, because he made a mistake.
No, I know he wants to win now, Greg.
A mistake is taking a left instead of a right. That wasn't a mistake. That was a dumpster fire.
You're saying he turned onto the train tracks?
Right. He went into the dog crate.
But who do you think Mac Jones would work better with? Forget the names. A younger.
Well, I don't buy.
Let me paint the picture for you. A younger up and coming guy that is trying to what they say like
Make a name for himself?
Yeah, make his bones, right? Trying to make a name for himself, who's willing and open to do anything, or an older, and when I say older, a veteran guy who's been doing it for a while that already has his beliefs and how he wants to do things.
I think
Veteran.
the latter because it's Bill O'Brien and because the two of them apparently got along swimmingly when Mac was teaching him the Alabama
They knew
offense.
each other for like 2 months. That's
Okay,
not getting
but-
along swimmingly. That he never
Didn't Mac say he wanted to be coached harder?
Yes.
So I don't think he's going to care if he gets a hardo coach.
I also don't think, though, that Bill O'Brien is necessarily even a guarantee. Like, there's 10 other offensive coordinator positions open across the NFL. One of which happens to be in LA with a guy named Justin Herbert, which is far more appealing because just of the talent on that team. So I think we need to be prepared too for a situation where we're going to get somebody either nobody knows or somebody nobody wants.
And the thing in Alabama
What do you mean somebody nobody wants?
Like as in really the Patriots are the only one to interview them. It's like you run it back with Matt Patricia, Joe Judge type of thing. Like that's I think you need to be prepared for a scenario in which that something like that happens.
And the thing in
Robert Kraft is not allowing a run it back with either one of those.
But what
two
if Bill says to him, look, I tried to get Bill. Bill went to L.A. I tried to get Keenan McCardell. He decided to go wherever. Like, I tried to get these guys and couldn't. I'm left with my guys.
You can't then expect a team to respect them, though. If you're going out there and interviewing all these other people for the position and then say, I couldn't get any of them, so let's run it back with Matty P. How do you expect Mac Jones to have any respect for him?
Maybe a pretty good point in the Twitch chat from Parm Pizza. Mm-hmm. Giving Caley the OC job last year would have been a slap in the face to Mayo.
No, it wouldn't have.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I don't get why.
No.
It would be, I don't get why it would be a slap in the face.
I just want to
Mayo.
save everybody time. What they did last year is indefensible. So, we can create whatever. I mean, it was an abortion. It was a dumpster fire. It was the worst thing we've ever seen. Let's move forward.
And do you take any of the stuff that's coming out of Alabama? That the offense was stale. It wasn't very innovative. Innovative. The players
didn't like it.
Right.
Didn't like the way he yelled at him.
So-
is that going to be the thing going forward now? Nobody likes a coach who yells at him?
We were the Patriots that even when they won, they were still getting yelled at. You talk
That's
about
a different era, Courtney.
But
we're not in that era
Are
no
you
more.
saying that players don't like a grinder of a head
What are they
coach?
supposed to whisper?
No. We are we in the?
Hey, Mac, you think you could try to throw less picks?
No. But do you think we're in the era? Honestly,
They
Greg.
should do it AMSR style so that Mac
What was that?
ASMR style.
that's when you have to like put your fingers up
It
against
should have
the mic.
crinkling paper like people
Yeah.
use to fall asleep.
It's actually
Really make
very
sure you,
soothing.
like,
It's not soothing.
Oh my God. When somebody with long nails puts their nails on the mic, it makes it feel like somebody's rubbing my head.
I know someone who sleeps with the noise of like a 1920s speakeasy, like people talking and drinking in the background. It's
Really?
the most. It is the most. It's
What?
the most. Yes,
You
it's the
fall
most
asleep at
bizarre-
Ocean Prime?
It's the most. It's the most bizarre, strange thing I've ever experienced in my life. All these people, like you wake up in the night and you think that there are people in the place talking.
Oh,
I sleep
would
with music,
hate that.
but I wouldn't be able to sleep with that. I sleep with music though.
Greg, do you think Bill O'Brien next year is going to be like, great throw, Mac, just throw it to our team next time? All right, good job.
All right, way to go.
But
We'll get them next go round.
But when you think about this whole Billy O'Brien situation, you asked the question. Well, guys don't want to be coached a certain way. Did we not have a whole discussion itself all year long about how Bill has to be different in that locker room because the Patriot way does not exist anymore. Like this is something that don't exist. So
it should exist,
but players nowadays are built differently.
right?
You
now
can-
it's going to be how's your work-life balance, Mac?
but that's what you need.
that's not what Mac wants.
No, but Mac, I don't believe Mac wants a guy who's yelling and screaming at him either. I think he's saying
But Alabama, it seemed like they were mad because even though that they were having unbelievable success, Billy O'Brien was still coming down on them hard.
He gets that from Bill.
Yes,
Right,
but that's why Alabama kids were mad.
Right, but don't you think Mac is going to – I think Mac needs somebody who is a guy that coaching hard doesn't mean you have to yell at me, right? That's the thing where people the misconception is. So when Mac says he wants you to coach me hard, it doesn't mean he wants you to yell at me more. Say, I don't think a guy like that, because of the way the athletes are built today they're not. It doesn't work on guys like that. You seen with the offensive coordinator with the Jets, the guy who just got fired,
Mike LaFleur.
Who's the wide receiver down there?
Elijah Moore.
Elijah Moore. Yelling and screaming at him. He told Elijah, the offense coordinator, go F yourself. Like these are we heard Jack Jones standing up to Bill Belichick saying, you're not going to talk to me like that. So the players,
which seems so scary.
It's ridiculous.
But that's how players are.
All right, we got to take a break.